Just wanted to show you today how to make some cloud panels. Those are the wall panels I made last week. So these are pretty much the same design, apart from the Rockwool is now 50mm. The wall panels were 100mm. So I've stripped the timber down as well, so it's a bit thinner. There. So that's 2-inch. And then the fixings there, you've got a plaster plug which has got wings, so when you push it up into the ceiling the wings open and pull back down so you can't pull it out. The hooks and the eyelets, you can get them off the internet for about, I think it was £6.50 for 10, but I found these in an independent DIY shop and it was like 18p per hook and per eyelet. So yeah, the material has come from the same shop and that was £4 a metre. When you're looking for material, I suppose there's you might agree or disagree with this, but a tip that I found was, when you're looking for the material, try and find material that's breathable basically. So go around the material shop and just blow through. If you find some material that you like, just blow through the material and just see how much air passes through the material, because obviously the sound has got to pass through that into the Rockwool. You can see that I've got a gap there. Now that's so that the sound reflects through the material into the Rockwool, and then some of it will come out the other side, bounce off the ceiling and then back into the Rockwool, sort of reducing the reflections again, hopefully. Anyway, so yeah, I've done a bit of an experiment as well. I've done some recording due to Dave asking me if I could do like a before and after sound test. So I've done some recordings without all these panels in, and I'll do some when I've moved in and we've got all the panels up. So yeah, basically it's going from that, your timber. All I've done is to drill some pilot holes again, screw all them together. These, your width is 670mm, just to compensate for this going over here, this part here, and 1200 length. Now this is a little bit of a hack that I found off somebody else's YouTube video making these cloud panels. So it's if you've built your studio, you probably used plasterboard, and this is the tape and jointing that you put to joint the plasterboard together. This is just to hold the Rockwool in, just to stop it sagging. The material will help to keep the Rockwool in anyway, but that just gives it a bit more security and stops it sagging when the Rockwool's in there. Yeah, so that's the Rockwool, 50mm. What else do you need to know? A few different types of material, because I want a few different colours in there. So yeah, that's it for now, I think. So just to show you this part, there's your frame with the tape on there. Just pull this nice and tight over this, because this is going to be facing the floor. Just staple it in there. And then this, spread your material out on the ground. Just put this down so it's central in the material. There. Get your Rockwool. Place that on there. Like that. Yeah, nice. It's nice and snug. And then you start your present wrapping again. So same thing, pretty much put this side over, staple it a couple areas, maybe there and there, and then just work your way around, just pulling the material tight as you go along, so that this on the front side is nice and tight and there's no material sagging. You may need to cut some extra material away from these parts. That's what I did with that one anyway. So just wanted to show you the finished panel. That's that there. This is what's going to go on the ceiling. Just spin it round and show you what I've done on the back. So all the materials really nice and tightly tucked in. Make sure you staple on the inside of the wood there, because if you staple on the top there, when you pull it round it creates this, just ruffles it up a little bit on the top. So just make sure you staple in the sides there like I've done down there, so the material sits within this frame. When it goes on the ceiling you won't be able to see any material sticking out. So these are the eyelets. I've just measured 6 inches from there. You need a pair of scissors just to cut the material open a little bit, and then drill a pilot hole to screw your eyelet in. Make sure you don't drill straight through the material, because it'll just get wrapped up in the drill and you'll end up with the right mess. So yeah, so that's the panel. And then what I've done here is drill. See that? Where's the camera? There we go. So, because I can't flip the camera around while it's filming. So there, I've done a 10mm hole there for these plugs to go into. Measured it all out. The best thing you can do is to get all your measurements just on a piece of timber on there, instead of trying to, if you're up a ladder on your own trying to measure it all out yourself. Just get all your measurements down on a piece of timber, and then when you get up your ladder it's all there, piece of timber, and then you can put all your markings and then just drill your holes and put your hooks in. Then all left to do is just to hook it up there. It's a bit fiddly to get the eyelets onto the hooks when it's that close to the ceiling. But yeah, so that's the finished product really. In terms of pricing, the material cost 44 quid and the Rockwool was 44 quid for 6 slabs. Now I'm only using 6 slabs for the ceiling for the cloud panels, so that gives me 6 left, which I'm then going to use to make some corner baffles with, which I'll show you later on. So yeah, if you want to get in touch or need to know anything, my website's ioaudio.co, or if you want to email me, it's rich@ioaudio.co. Cheers, bye.